Hi, Ty. Chris Gardner, Houston Round Ball Review.
Hey
How
Chris, how's it going?
it's going well, thank you. Define what is Ty Dillard's philosophy and what you hope to instill in your players this first season on the Hill.
Well, this first season will definitely be about creating an identity for our team. And by that, me and my staff have had to really instill, discipline, consistency, accountability, and being competitive. And so with this team, the one thing that we're always going to look for and what I'm looking for in my players is just being competitive, being coachable. The style that we'll play will be a style that is fun for the players. They can be creative and play their game on both ends. And so, for us to really achieve that, though, we really had to set a foundation of discipline, consistency, accountability, and competitiveness.
And if I may, what are your thoughts on the SWAC as a conference overall and the level of competition and how competitive it is this year and
Um,
always?
I I think it's going to be very competitive this year. I was able to catch quite a few games last year during the season, and also watching games on Synergy. I think it's wide open. A lot of teams that may have started at the bottom last year really performed well at the end of the season and in the conference tournament. And so I think it's wide open this year. I believe the SWAC always has very competitive players and competitive teams. And so I'm excited to be a part of that, and really working hard to make the PV Panthers, our team, one of those competitive teams.
Ty, is there any advice that's stood out to you so far from anyone regarding what to expect in your first year as a head coach?
I think the biggest thing is just you for me, just putting my stamp on things, making sure that what I want is what is taking place, and just not to think and not to try to overdo, because there's so many things that you're having to do as a head coach that you don't realize head coaches do as an assistant. And so, but the main thing was just, you putting your stamp on it. This is your identity of a team. So make sure that you leave your mark, and this is your identity of how you want your team to be.